The real Constitution Plaza people at Sasaki were Don Olson, who's a partner to this day, Kinoshita, who is no longer alive, unfortunately, and of course Hideo. Dick Rogers in later years worked on some of that as well. Constitution Plaza, because we were at 3 blocks, gave you a chance to, which we loved. We had the continuity of paving patterns, the detailing of paving, the lighting, the signage, the benches, but we had the luxury of creating 4 different experiences within 3 blocks. And part of that came from the different architects that happened to abut the space that we were working on. Harrison Abramovitz in one block kind of wagged that tail a bit, and so that became different than the next. The centerpiece was highly Sasaki. That was the fountain, the concrete block fountain with the alley of honey locusts in pots on both sides. A little more formal, a little more French. And then the next plaza with the clock tower, more of a little piazzetta. The clock tower reminiscent of some of the great Italian compos, Italian piazza, and it was meant to be the really multi-purpose performing space and exhibit space. And then the final space, which was kind of at the end of the concourse, could be more green, the mound gardens, a much more curvilinear feeling, and much more soft, more garden-esque. Even though there was a lot of paving, when you looked at it, it was all green. Constitution Plaza, I don't talk about it much because it went through a sweet bitter phase, and Holly White can tell you some of the discussions we've had about that. When we did it, of course, everyone was creating walls against the streetscape in the cities, basically parking garages, opaque building facades, banks especially that close at 5, and stuff like that. And so this Hartford project, creating a pedestrian realm on the 5th level, was really exciting, but basically what it was doing is taking people off the street. And so, we did the best we could do, and at the time it seemed like, wow, let's do this in all of our cities. Kind of, whoa, yeah. And Minneapolis was doing that with sky bridges, and I think a couple of other cities too. And the good news is, we probably 5 years later we were more critical of Constitution Plaza because we were getting the message that, gee, we've taken the people off the street. The good news is, we were right, but the Constitution Plaza still seems to work. It's still in great shape. It's well maintained. People use it, and happily they use the streets as well.